Welcome again to the Play Space Live. Keith Avalone from Play Games. Thanks for joining us. Sam is producing tonight's show as normal. Tonight's show is inspired by the Harlem Globetrotters. I posted a blog entry about this earlier today. Kind of outlines everything. Me and my friend DeMarco went and saw them play night before I left for IndyCon Thursday night at Ball Arena. It was quite an experience, a lot of fun. They are an American institution, American sports institution. They've been playing basketball and displaying amazing showmanship for 100 years now. And going to the game kind of got my wheels turning, thinking, you know what, wouldn't it be cool to kind of to bring this to the game table? How could that be done? And tonight's show is sort of a product of that. I hope you'll check out the blog post. It kind of outlines everything, but basically we're going to recreate what it might be like to have a Globetrotters game on the game table. Now, the premise is outlined again in the blog post in detail, but it goes something like this. Obviously, we can't use the Globetrotters name on our cards. That would it wouldn't be right, and they would not be very happy about it. But as long as we're writing a new chapter in barnstorming basketball history, I figured why not go all in? So here's the basic premise. Our barnstorming team is called the Harlem Road Trippers. These players are NBA caliber. Instead of having their own road team that they take along with them, i.e. the Washington Generals, they play exhibition games against real pro teams in the U.S. and, of course, across the world. They barnstorm with their squad and play real pro teams in exhibition games. And the pro teams are, they're in on it. Wink, wink. It's sort of a unspoken, unholy secret that the pro teams usually. I'm gonna presume these games are played for charity. So everybody's doing this for a good cause. But the idea is, they're going to display their antics, do the basketball tricks, but there'll be real stretches of basketball being played, during this game. Now, parenthetically, that's the way it has been in the Globetrotters' past. There was a period of time, they've been doing it for 100 years, so things have changed over time. But there was a period of time where essentially the first half of the game. This is what it was when I saw them for the first time back in the 1970s. The first half of the game was tricks and goofy stuff and all the fun things, and the second half was pretty much just a basketball game between the Globetrotters and the Generals. And the Generals would play full out trying to win, and that's sort of the idea here. Except the antics are mixed into both halves. They'll be playing the Boston Celtics tonight using the 2023-24 cards. And the Celtics will be trying to win, all right, within the constraints of showbiz. That is to say, the Road Trippers are going to kind of get a free pass to do their antics, to dump the bucket of confetti on the Celtics coach head, and all the other tricks that they do. And in between those antics, real basketball will be played. Now, I've only played a couple games of this myself. I actually played the Globetrotters. I wanted to put them to the test, so I played them against the all-time great Lakers, and they did win both games. One of them they won actually though on the last card, and the Lakers gave them a pretty good game in the second one as well. But that gives you an idea of the deck is stacked against the NBA teams just like it's stacked against the Washington Generals. That is not to say though that an NBA team could not win, and in fact, back in the Globetrotter lore, there were a couple of occasions where the Generals did win. So we're gonna leave that possibility open. But just to say, the idea here is to have fun, to watch the antics unfold, and to have a different sort of form of entertainment in a basketball context. So that is the premise here. Let's go to the game table and get courtside at the Boston Garden for the Harlem Road Trippers and the Boston Celtics. I've got my deck. This is the deck. This package is available for download on the website, on the blog post that I made today. This is the way I envisioned the deck to look, with sort of the World Tour logo on the back of the card, and the results on the front. You don't have to do this, but I think it kind of adds to the presentation to have the logo on the back of the Antics cards. Here are the Road Trippers. Forgive me if I call them the Globetrotters during this game. I very well may do that, just absentmindedly. But they are not the Globetrotters. They are the Road Trippers. And their starting lineup is Martaz, Big Dog Ware, Trajan Sparks, Truth Roe Jones, Joel, Tweety Bird Tweety, and A.J. Wildly. Now, the actual real Globetrotters have a couple of women on the team now. And there are a couple of women on our Globetrotters team. Colleen Yogi Sharma, and also Griselda Spice Coffee. The rest of the lineup is Oswin Esendoko. He's kind of, he's a prospect. He's kind of a road tripper in training, and Isaiah Early. And we got Coffee Sharma and Sweet Tane Jackson. The coach is Bismarck Robinson. Of course, you know the Celtics, so we don't have to introduce them. I think we're ready to start. Let's begin. Again, we're playing the highlights version. Oh, somebody asked in the chat room if this is playable with full play. I outlined that in the blog post. I have not developed full play rules for this. The cards are rated for full play. I mean, as far as the ratings and everything, and they do have a coach card which will allow you to play at full play. But I don't have a way to incorporate the antics into the game. I guess I should also go over the ground rules of this. There are no fouls in this game. What we're going to do is, and that's the way it is in the real thing too. That's, in fact, DeMarco notices there's no fouls being called. So I'm like, no, there aren't. So whenever we get a ref look, we're going to flip one of these cards. Similarly, when it goes to the coach, when we get a coach result, we'll move the token, we'll bring a player in, and then we'll flip one of these cards instead of rolling the dice on the coach card. So the coach cards are really more for show in this version, and those are essentially the ground rules. Everything else is going to be played just like regular Highlight Maker hoops. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here with Jason Tatum and Martaz Ware as our first active matchup. We're going to check for the arc quality. Looks like Tatum is going to hit a big three to put the Celtics on top. And we'll rotate the big dog. So the Celtics take an early lead. Home player with offense spark. He does have it. He's going to score. Look at this. The Celtics are running away with it. Got the big early lead. It is 13-5. Hoop cam push. We're going to check for the push quality. And looks like Jason Tatum is going to have. Well, actually, they would have even had to check because we got the momentum. But Truth Roe Jones will get a chance to deny this. And he will. His skill will deny that basket from Tatum, and Tatum's going to the bottom of the stack. So Truth Roe Jones makes the big defensive play. And now we have a coach, so Mazzullo calls timeout. We're going to bring in Peyton Pritchard. And for the inbound, we're going to flip one of these cards. Active visitor player. Okay, so Tweety Bird Tweety, and I'll have to explain these cards probably more in depth than I may need to, because many people haven't seen the Globetrotters. So I'll try to give a little more narrative perhaps than I might. So the active visitor player sneaks into the stands, steals a hot dog from a fan, offers it to the referee. The referee gobbles it down, and while he's gobbling it down, Tweety Bird scores an illegal basket to get the road trippers on the board. And Peyton Pritchard is saying, "Hey, wait a minute, ref. What are you doing?" This was one of the antics they did at the game we saw at Ball Arena, by the way. So they have the momentum. We're checking for the net quality. Tweety Bird has the net quality, but Jaylen Brown will get a chance to deny this, and he does. So Jaylen Brown with the big defensive play denies the road trippers the score. And visitor player with offense skill. Oh, it's underlined. So 2 spaces for A.J. Wildly. Right over the top of Al Horford for the basket. And now we get a ref look. But again, we're going to flip this card. And it's the classic bucket of confetti. Let's roll the die here. It's going to be a fan in the stands who gets dumped with what appears to be a bucket of water. You're led to believe there's water in there through a series of leading circumstances, but it actually turns out there's confetti. So the visitor team, the Trippers, will get lightning status, but no score. And we will have to rotate both these players because there was not a basket made. However, they will get lightning status on this next card. So the class, we get to see the bucket of confetti. All right, visitor player with defense reach. He does have it. It's underlined, so that's going to be a score. for the big dog over Derek White. Almost done with the first quarter. Home player with defense quick. Let's just see. Yes, Jason Tatum is going to make the play. He will steal the pass. So Tatum makes the steal. And our last card. Oh, it's a reflect. We're going to flip one more card to the end of the period. And it's the football toss. So local pro football stars introduce the crowd. We're going to say who would not a lot of stars on the Patriots these days. We'll say it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady steps onto the court and everybody cheers, and he gives the ball to Trajan Sparks. They throw it around a few times, and then they sink a basket at the horn with the football, and that will close out the period. So at the end of one, it is Road Trippers 35, Celtics 23. Let's reset the markers here. 2 + 6 is 8. All right, so that's the first period. Trippers are on top. Start the second period. Home player with offense spark. Jaylen Brown has it, scores, gets the Celtics back in the game. Right over the back of Trajan Sparks. Truth Row Jones steps into the active position. We're checking for the wow quality. Oh, big three-pointer from Jaylen Brown. Look at that. And that makes the score 39-35. The Celtics draw within 4. And that's enough for Bismarck Robinson. He's going to call timeout. Bring in Yogi Sharma. And we get the wedgie turnover. So Jaylen Brown on the turnover is given a wedgie by Yogi Sharma. The ball bounces free, and Sharma picks it up and scores. The wedgie. Jaylen Brown saying, hey, wait a minute. That's just not right. Al Horford comes into the active slot. Home player with offense quick. Ooh, he does not have it. So stolen away by Sharma, who makes the big defensive play. And visitor player with offense skill, Tweety Bird with the bucket. Drew Holiday. Can't stop him. And we're going to have a ref look. It's the Thriller basket. Okay, so it's a choreographed Michael Jackson Thriller sequence. They did this at Ball Arena. So you've got all the players from the Road Tripper bench coming onto the court and doing this. It's like you're watching the Thriller video. And then at the end of it, of course, the Celtics are looking on like, what? What is going on here? And then Tweety Bird slams it home for the basket as the fans go wild. And here we go. And, coach. So Missoula is going to call timeout. So that I'd like to have a replay on that Thriller video. Let's see what's going on here. Active visitor player hands an item to the active home player. Okay, so he's got maybe he's got his Michael Jackson record and left over, and he hands it to Sam Hauser and says, "Here, hold this." And Hauser holds it, and then Tweety Bird scores the easy basket. Whoa! And visitor player with offense power, he does have it, and that's going to send us over the limit. And let's count our. Looks like we're going to give the Celtics a space here, and that will be the end of the half. With the score, let's see, we have a score of 10-5, so that would translate into a 73-53, 20-point lead for the Road Trippers. Let's see here. So let's move this down to here. And we're going to move this down to here. All right. Third quarter action. The Road Trippers comfortably ahead. Yeah, we have a wow result. That's going to go to Jason Tatum from way downtown. Bang. Trying to get the Celtics back in this. And we have an unusual result. Well, we still use the unusual result, and it's a 6, so the trailing team is going to move a space. So a little rally. Tatum gets the Celtics rallying here. That closes the score to 83-67. Is that right? 11-7? Yes, 83-67. And coach Bismarck Robinson calls timeout. Brings in Sweet Tane Jackson. And we have the sped up shot clock. So Sweet Tane Jackson interferes with the scoreboard, kind of sneaks behind the bench and interferes with the scoreboard. So here's Jason Tatum driving, he's dribbling the ball with like 20 seconds on the clock, and then all of a sudden it goes, shot clock violation. So they turn the ball over. He says, I must have lost track of time. And we have the grab quality. That's going to go to Big Dog Ware, although it can be denied by Pritchard. Let's see if he does. He does not. So Martaz Ware with the basket, the dump-in basket. And we have another ref look. Active home player feints. Okay, so the underarm flash by Martaz Big Dog Ware basically goes like this. And Jaylen Brown feints dead away. Martez Ware just dribbles, saunters up the basket, lays it in for the easy two. And home player with offense reach, he does not have. He's got defensive reach, so his shot is blocked by Ware. And we have the leap quality. Ooh, Drew Holiday's going to throw it down, big man. Throw it down. Basket for Holiday. Home player with defense spark. Yes. Stolen away. Drew Holiday makes the steal. It's not underlined, so he doesn't score. And the big, looks like Sharma is going to hit the three-pointer. They have a 4-point shot now with the Globetrotters. A 4-point line. They took a lot of them. And to end the quarter, visitor player with offense quick. That is another underlined quick. Wow. That's a huge lead. All right, so Hauser will go to the bottom, and we'll end the period there with the score 16-8. They're humiliating them. That would make the score 115-83. 115-83, a 30-point lead for the Road Trippers. Let's go ahead and bring in the bench then. We should use the I was going to say we should use the mercy rule. Let's just go ahead and shuffle these up and deal out 10 cards. Reset our 8 plus 6 is 14. Yes, I don't see any way the Celtics are going to come back from this. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, here we go. Start the fourth quarter. And we're going to check for the bump quality. That will go to Jason Tatum, who will rebound, head for the hoop, and put it in. And a ref look. Active visitor player scores a dunk. Oh, it's the exploding pinata basketball. Spills candy all over the floor and on the basket, and the kids on the race to collect all the candy as all the players are kind of like, what? All right, so a dunk for Tweety. Home player with offense skill, yes, underlined. So Pritchard moves it up. Home player with defense reach does not have it. So visitor's going to score. A.J. Wildly puts it in for the Road Trippers. And a coach result. Joe Mazzulla says, I think I've seen enough. Brings in Brissett. And we have the necktie snap. So Mazzulla's, drawn up a play on the chalkboard, talking to his players, and AJ wildly sneaks in and snips his necktie and wraps it around his head as a headband. And while everybody's protesting, he dribbles down the court and scores. Missoula standing there on the sideline with half a. Whoa! Just spilled my water. Yeah, well, yeah. If you could grab one. Trying to get this. There we go. Get it situated here. All right, so yeah, there's Joe Missoula with half a tie on. All right, Millie says, "What just happened?" All right, and a ref look. All right, let's see what happens now. And a young fan helped onto the court by the active visitor player. The referee says, "Who is this?" And the player says, "It's my son." And then the fan shoots a basket, scores for the visitors, and that will actually put them right at the cap. So that means we're going to have a basket here for the Celtics, and actually a second basket because there's 4 cards left. And that will be our final score. It is a massive win for the Road Trippers. The final is 150 to 122. Road Trippers beat the Celtics. So there you go. That's how it works. I will say that my test games were a little bit closer than that, but we had a lot of ref look and coach results on that one. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We had 11 of them. All right. So the idea is, these guys should be really, really, really hard to beat, but I would dare say that they will be beaten. The question is by whom. You can download this package right now for free on the Play Games website. Just hit the blog post link at the top of the page, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and click on the icon for today's event. Excited to have you try this out, and hope to read some results on the Facebook page, or send me an email. Interested to see how this all works out for you. Next week, we will be doing a news show, getting you up to speed on what's going on here at Play HQ. So we've got some game release news, some convention news, maybe some Q&A. So next week, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll look to see you here on the Play Space. Until then, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to download the package with the Harlem Road Trippers. And we appreciate you being part of our incredible community of gamers. Can't wait to see you in a week right here on the Play Games YouTube channel.